Journalists, professional mountaineers, and industry professionals have called the Telluride-based Hilaree Nelson the best ski mountaineer of her time. From 2000 to 2020, she racked up first descents down some of the world's tallest and most remote mountains. Her mark on snowsports, extreme athletes, non-athletes, young girls, and women is indelible and felt by her community, Colorado, and the world. However, Hilaree referred to herself as an adventurer, as her resume is also full of expeditions to unexplored mountains from Baffin Island to Burma. She passionately advocated for the protection of wild places and sensible climate policy through work with Protect Our Winters. Hilaree's legacy began with her seemingly impossible accomplishments as a ski mountaineer, but is lasting because of her humility, grace, honesty, and authenticity as a human being. Simply put, there is no other snow sports athlete in recent history who has influenced as many people locally and globally as Hilaree Nelson. Hilaree's love affair with the mountains in Colorado was manifested in the early 1990s during her years as a college student at Colorado College. There, she spent her weekends and breaks exploring, climbing, and mountaineering. She became hooked and obsessed.
Hilaree's days in Colorado College really exposed her to the mountains here and gave her a deep love for the Rockies and the mountains of Colorado. And she ended up many years later moving here and spending most of her life here.
Hilaree spent a few seasons in Chamonix, France, chasing big lines and inadvertently building a mountaineering resume that would land her a sponsorship with the North Face and a lifelong career planning and executing expeditions to the most remote places and highest mountains in the world, places she explored on skis. Tragically, she died during a ski descent of Mount Manaslu in Nepal, the 8th highest peak in the world, in September of 2022. Around 2000, Hilaree moved to Telluride, where she was a beloved resident, mom, friend, athlete, and community member until her death. She cherished her life partner and had 2 sons as her career was peaking.
My mom had a lot on her plate, especially with me and Quinn. I would say she was really good at balancing her time because even though she had a lot on her plate, she was able to organize it well, making sure we're happy and making sure that she can go on her trips and being prepared for all of that.
She was this, it was basically like her vacation, and I wouldn't see her for a week and I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd be excited for her and I'd call her every night and try to cheer her on.
As an athlete and captain of the North Face athlete team, she was a mentor to generations of mountaineers and a pioneer and inspiration, especially for women. Despite her amazing accomplishments as a mountaineer, she is most remembered for her humility, empathy, and the authentic relationships she created, both at home in Telluride and across the globe.
She'd go away for, these periods of time, and she'd be in, her work mode, so to speak, and then she'd come home and she was fully in mother mode and just wanted to be with her kids and do things with her kids, and always wanted to be at, every lacrosse game, every ski race.
She was an incredible people person and loved community, and she put a lot into whatever she did, and everything she put into the community gave back to her and loved her back.
I'd say my mom loved living in Telluride because it, reminded her of the mountains, which was her favorite thing in the world, besides me and Quinn, of course. And so I guess because she would ski almost every day she could, it reminded her of being free in the mountains and being able to do what you want.
Her incredible mountaineering feats included summiting Mount Everest and Lhotse in 2012 and becoming the first female to climb 2 8,000-meter peaks in 24 hours. In 2018, she completed the first ski descent of the Dream Line from the summit of Lhotse in Nepal.
Together we climbed Lhotse and made the first ski descent from the summit of Lhotse, which is the 4th highest mountain in the world. It was really a dream come true for both of us, and something that she had been working towards her whole life and career.
Skiing Lhotse with Jim was an incredible highlight for her, an unbelievable experience, I think, for both of them, and just really powerful on a lot of levels. You know, coming off of that trip, she was just thrilled with how that went.
That same year, she was named one of National Geographic's Adventurers of the Year and tabbed as captain of the Global North Face Athlete Team, an honor previously held only by Conrad Anker. The following year, she joined Protect Our Winters athletes in Washington, D.C., urging Congress to act on climate change. In addition to her global accomplishments, Hilaree summited, skied, and climbed the endless peaks, paths, and pistes of Colorado. The mountains of Telluride were her training ground, and she did as many, if not more, local expeditions with friends and everyday outdoors people as she did the grander, sponsored expeditions. Recreation in the mountains was her way of life. Her accomplishments would advance mountaineering, but have the greatest impact on the next generation of women. Inspired and empowered all who were lucky enough to know her.
I think Hilaree's legacy is a real passionate example of someone who's able to influence many, many people through their dreams and their desires, and pushing her own limits helped so many people see a path for themselves. Just having a grit and determination to go be someone special and do it gender neutral.
World-renowned professional climber and North Face teammate Emily Harrington said, "Hilaree paved the way for women in the adventure sports space with her refusal to choose between motherhood and her athletic career. She showed us that we could be everything, follow our passion, as well as raise a family." We are pleased and honored to welcome Hilaree Nelson to the Colorado Snowsports Hall of Fame as a member of the class of 2023.